Hello there, and we are live. See ya, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry about the timing, yeah, because my guy Traps, somehow, it just came back fresh from Europe, my brother. Well, you welcome to the show, man.
How you doing, Tony, man? Yes,
Yeah,
people. How's it going?
yeah, man. Fine, man. It's good, bro. Since the last time you came, I've been buzzing.
I
I'm
bet
just
you are.
glad. I'm just glad I served you a humble pie. Room temperature humble pie, and it's
Mm, mm.
it is nice to see you. You know what? Yeah, it's just nice to see you on all the streams. Yeah, eating this humble pie and trying to do this. This mop up story for Manchester United and bring up those excuses. But you know what? Yeah, take me through your thought process in that matchup because, of course, this is your second time here. But we talked about that match. What do you think before we go into more deeper issues?
Well, look, I'm not going to sit here like the average United fan and say, "Oh, cool, we didn't have Casemiro, all that stuff." Forget all of that. Yeah.
Mm.
For me, you lot are playing well.
Hmm.
To lose 3-2 at the Emirates, sloppy goals given away. Like we had it in our hands and we just gave away sloppy goals. Arsenal took their chances when they had them. So for me, I don't think there's
Actually,
no.
I felt it was us that was giving sloppy goals. Come on, man. Why talking like this? Your goals were lucky goals, actually.
Mm,
The
mm,
first goal, the first goal that was given to Rashford was served up to him, bro, in the middle of the park. Easily.
nah.
Thomas
I'm not
Partey,
having. I'm not having
he
that.
just gave that ball easily to,
I'm
to,
not.
to
Listen.
Rashford.
I'm not having
That,
that, Tony.
that was
Yeah.
it. And then the
Thomas
second
Partey.
goal,
Listen. Thomas
Ramsdale
Partey.
parried the ball right in front of the
Yeah,
18-yard
that's fair.
box.
Yeah, that's fair enough. But
Bro, those were mistakes. They weren't like
no,
well worked out
listen.
goals that we normally see Manchester United have most of the time. Those were gifted to you guys, or don't you agree?
No, I don't think so. I don't think. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Okay. Then how did he get those goals? Like how?
I mean, I don't think that. I don't. I don't think that.
There's no shame in
Nah,
admitting this, my
listen,
brother.
listen. Furthermore,
There's no shame, bro.
listen. Partey passed the ball. Yeah, obviously he's been pressed by Rashford. Rashford's
Hmm.
received the ball. He's got a lot to do. He's had to go on and beat Partey. That's what this has been nominated as one of the goals of the month. You can't take that away from him. That was a great goal. That was a
No,
great goal.
no. See, it takes nothing from it being a great goal. All I'm just saying is that the goal was gifted to him. Someone lose the
It
ball in the
wasn't. It
middle of
wasn't.
the
It
park,
wasn't
and it was
gifted.
Thomas Partey.
That was due down to pressure. Yeah, that was due down to him
Pressure?
pressing. That was he's pressing him. He's pressing Partey. He's won the ball back, and the move. When he's received the ball, he's still got a lot to do. It's not like he's received the ball in the 6-yard box and he can stick the ball in the back of the net. He can stick the ball in the back of the net. He can't do that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like he
Yeah.
literally has to beat Partey, the best DM in the Premier League. Yeah, and then he's got to beat Ramsdale as well, and he's beat Ramsdale from range. Ramsdale.
No, there's no taking away anything from that goal. It was a clean goal. I personally, I love the goal. And again, it was nice to see Rashford be at the end of that goal because you know what? Yeah, I really do think that Rashford, is one of those strikers, Man United strikers, that has been castigated by your own fan base at the start of the season when he wasn't getting goals. Many were like, you know what? If you want to go to PSG, bye bye. We want PSG to come get you off our hands, And many people were like saying, of course, it's community service, to the community, of course, in the UK and everything he's doing with children and stuff like that. People said that he wasn't concentrating, on being a striker for Manchester United. it's very, very unfair treatment at the start of the season. But what do you say to that?
Nah, listen,
Right now,
Rashford.
everyone wants to get, everyone wants to, if they backed him at first, and that's not the case, right?
Everyone, listen, everyone. I don't think the United fans, as a as a collective, no one. A lot of no, I do make you right. A lot of the fans did give it away, sort of like say, "Oh, Rashford needs to leave." There's one here. There's one at the bottom just commented just now. Yeah, said, "Oh, Rashford needs to leave or Rashford needs to move on." With Rashford, you know that Rashford can improve. Yeah, Rashford's shown signs of brilliance from day one. Yeah, he's got the ability. Everybody knows he's got the ability. So it was obviously down to the situations and the management that was going on. Yeah, and now he's got a good manager that's actually took him in, nurtured him. You're getting the best out of Rashford. Rashford is unplayable at the minute. Yeah, he's unplayable.
It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. Even me, I was like, wow, this guy's form is it's just. But again, I don't know what it's down to, because at the start of the season, he wasn't really, on form, and suddenly he just picked up from it, and they started banking in goals here and there. Like, do you think it's the Ten Hag effect, or what would you pitch his goal scoring prowess right now down to?
Ten Hag said that it's not down to him. Obviously he's put in the hard work, and he's got the ability. So it's down to him, innit? Rashford has had a lot of stick, and people have given him a massive expectation. Where it's come from, I don't know, because Rashford is literally playing for United as he's playing for United, but he's won trophies. He's won what, 3 trophies already, and he's had a couple of seasons, but he was young. Now he's what, 20? I think he's 25, or he's 25 now. He's coming into that peak time of his career now, and he needs to thingy. Hold on. One second. One second.
Sure. Yeah, sure. Of course, I think his kids kind of happy he just came back, because Traps just came back from travel, actually. But you know what? Yeah, see, Rashford's early season form, I just really felt that many Manchester United fans, slagged him off improperly, and it wasn't really fair. But of course, he's scoring goals now, and he's putting in goals. Kudos to him. He's putting the work. I want to append that to Ten Hag, because I just feel like Ten Hag has really, done a shift on him, and with the rate and with the way he's scoring goals. But of course, you were saying something.
I mean, you have to look at it like this, right? Yeah, he's been through. He burst on the scene with Van Gaal.
Van Gaal, yeah.
He literally made his name against Arsenal. Came on when obviously we was in a bit of an injury crisis for attackers. Came in, took his chance, and obviously the rest is history. Then after that, he's had Mourinho. Him and Mourinho had a bit of a rocky relationship. And then obviously he got sacked. Solskjaer came in, and everyone liked Solskjaer. I think the thing is with Solskjaer, right, is that Solskjaer wasn't. He's not exactly a masterclass tactician. Do you know what I'm saying? He's not that.
Definitely, person, but he's a rookie manager, ain't it?
Yeah, he's an amateur manager, but obviously he's been given an opportunity, and he's taken it. And so for me, I just think that you can't really knock Ole Gunnar Solskjaer for what he's done, but I just don't think he had the expertise to get the best out of certain players.
To get the best out of Well, okay, you can actually say that, but again, back to our game, that we served you guys a humble pie. I know that till now because I saw some comments, your commentary, of course, is posted on my Instagram, with you and the excuses. You know what? Yeah, traps. Yeah, I told you that we're gonna beat you. I told you this, but you were so adamant to listen to me. I told you that it's gonna end in tears, and it did.
I don't think it did end
Because
in tears though, Tony. I'll be real.
no, it did end up in tears because you guys just, got some couple of games, won some couple of games and thought that you're in a title race. But I had to literally tell Manchester United fans, pipe it down a little bit. Take it easy. Watch how these games are going. But you didn't listen to me, and I told you that you were gonna get hurt when you come to the Emirates. You were adamant,
I
and
don't.
see what happened.
Yeah, but I don't think I wouldn't say a 3-2 loss to the Emirates, right? Bearing in mind, like I said, I've not got no excuses. You lot won your points fair and square. Now, for me, I've heard Arsenal fans say we're not on your level, we're not in the title race or whatnot. Now, for me, like I said, as a United fan, I wouldn't give up the title.
But do you understand those Arsenal fans? Because we're 11
I don't.
points adrift from you.
I
No,
don't.
but we're 11 points adrift from you
Yeah, that's fine.
with
You're
one
never,
game
yeah,
in hand. So if
yeah,
I have a one game in hand, that's 14 points.
yeah, but
Do you get it, my brother?
your level,
That's 14 points.
your level on. You're 11 points ahead at the halfway
Yeah.
point of the season. Now, for me, like I said, it's the halfway point of the season. Like I've seen 13 Premier League titles been won in my lifetime, right?
Sure.
I never once have I turned around and said at the halfway point that no matter what, I mean, I've seen us lose the title, yeah, with 8 games to go, and we was I think it was 8 points clear or 6 games to go, and it was 8 points clear. I've seen it happen. I know how title races work, and one thing about a title race, it does nothing. The deciding factors do not come in the halfway point of the season, because as you saw last season, Liverpool 14 points adrift from Man City in January, took it to the last day, took it to the last day, to the point where they thought they'd won it. So for me, it's like, yeah, you're in a good position, but my thing is this now. Arsenal fans want the validation of you lot beating us. That confirms that you lot are champions elect. I don't think it's that. What I think you need to do now is I think you need to move on from this and go and win the title. Because if you don't win the title, yeah, everyone's to sit here and say, Oli gonna
No. But you're talking as if that win wasn't a statement win. It's a statement
I don't think
win.
it was.
Even before we beat you guys went on a killing spree. You guys went on a 10-game unbeaten run.
I don't think
that's one of the longest run in the Premiership as it is. We're playing against one of the, maybe not the best defensive team, of course, in the league, but at least across 10 games, you guys, I think maybe just conceded maybe like 7, 8 goals or so. So, of course, your team were really on form. And again, when you that team that beat up the champions elect for so many people in terms of Manchester City, just a week before you met Arsenal. Of course, Arsenal fans have to, we have to talk waffles at the end of the day. We have to be happy about the whole thing because you guys beat Man City. You guys haven't lost in like 10 games before you met us and met your Waterloo later on. That's a statement win. It's a statement win.
A statement win for me is going to the Emirates, losing 3-0. Yeah, having been absolutely played off the park from start to finish. Yeah, full strength. Yeah, that will turn around and say to me, yeah, that was a statement win. The simple fact that you lot have gone and done that, yeah, you've lost 3-2. Well, we've lost 3-2. We've still gone on our run, won our games, right? And you've now gone with the mentality. You have to have a winning mentality. And you've gone to the FA Cup and you've played a weakened team and you've gone and lost to Man City now. That just goes to show me that what statement are you putting out? Because Man City are not going to fear you. They're the ones you need to be watching, not us.
Well, if you remember, you said that you were in the league. You were in that. It's just quite funny, yeah. Because just last week you were saying you're in the title race, and
I
right
still
now
am
you
saying.
said you're now
I'm still
saying we
I'm
should
still
not.
saying what I'm
You're
still
not in
saying.
that conversation.
No, no,
It's
I'm not
very
saying that.
contradictory. It's
No,
contradictory. Last
Tony, I'm
week,
not saying
because
that.
you haven't beaten us,
No,
you
Tony,
said
I'm
you're
not.
in the.
No, no,
You're in
I'm not saying that. Listen to what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying
Okay.
to say to you is this: that I still believe that Manchester United are in this title race. It's too early. In 10 games' time, and it gets to 28 games, if we're 11 points, I'll give up the title. I'll say that we are not in this race. When there's 10 games to go and we're 11 points adrift, I would say it's time to give up. But from where it is now, I would say to at least 28 games, there's still opportunity there for things to happen. But
Traps,
my thing
traps,
is,
traps. Let's play a role reversal here, yeah. If it was Man City, because I believe that Arsenal is not being given the respect that they deserve. To be very sincere, they're not being given that respect that they deserve. Uh, but again, let's reverse the roles here. If it was Manchester City that was at this point that Arsenal is at right now, tell me the truth. To you, wouldn't you have said City is going to win the league title this season?
no, I wouldn't have said so.
Why? I want to know why.
Because,
Give me that
like I
reason
said,
why.
because, like for instance, yeah, if you take back not
Hmm.
last season, the season before last,
Yeah,
City went on a 19 game straight
game run.
wins.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
sure, sure.
19 game straight wins. Yeah, which if you think about it, that
Hmm.
that run deserves the Premier League. There's no question.
Obviously,
However, however,
obviously.
However, the run stopped when we went to the Etihad. We stopped their run. We went unbeaten away the whole season, right? So that run
Yeah,
alone deserved
sure.
the Premier League. So for
Hmm.
me,
Hmm.
I didn't give up the Premier League. It's only to the Everton game, yeah. It was the Everton game where we conceded in the last minute for a draw. That's when I realized the draws were going to kill us that season. Yeah. So for me, even if Man City were doing what they was doing, Man City were on a 19 game run by the time we played them. I still didn't think. I still thought we had a chance, and we ended up losing the same amount of games as them that season. So for me, everyone has this thing about City are just untouchable. If City were untouchable, they would have 7 out of since Pep took over, they would have seven leagues out of 7. They would have 7. They would have at least 3 or 4 Champions Leagues by now. Yeah, they don't have this. So for me, I look at City as, yes, City are the best. They have the best manager in the league. Yeah, the best tactician in the league. Yeah, they have bags of money. They're doing good stuff with their money. But are they miles ahead of everyone realistically? Because let's be honest about it. They said that City turned this into a farmers' league, but if you look at the league history for over the last 5 years, nobody apart from Liverpool have been competing. Nobody really has been competing for this
No
title.
one. Yeah, yeah, sure.
This is the
That's a
first.
fact.
This is the first season where you're looking at a league table at the halfway point, right? You're seeing that Newcastle, yeah, have been taken over last season. They've lost 1 game this season. Arsenal have lost 1 game this season. Manchester United had a bad start, but they've lost 5 games all season, and they're comfortably chilling in the top 4 right now. Man City haven't been great, but they're still 5 points behind 5 points within touching distance of Arsenal to play them
But
again, to play
but
them
again,
twice. So
when
for me,
Manchester City were actually dominating the league, other teams were actually picking up Champions League titles. So Chelsea were picking up Champions League titles. Liverpool picked up a Champions League title. So if you're saying it like of course they dominated, but yeah, other teams were still competitive in
yeah, but
Europe
yeah, but
at the end of the day.
see
So
the Champions League. Yeah, I tell people this all the time. Yeah, people
mm,
say the Champions League is the holy grail of football, right?
it is, it is, it
Yeah,
is.
but to some people it might be. To an Arsenal fan, winning the Champions League, I always turn around and say this: it's not about winning the Champions League; it's about how you win the Champions League. Now, winning the Champions
Mm,
League, if you win the Champions League, right, and you are number 1 in England, which is the so-called best league in the world,
mhm.
and you've won the Champions League, you are the undisputed best team in the whole of Europe. That's a fact. Yeah. Then you go on to play.
True.
Then you go on to because then you unlock things like the Super Cup. Then you play the Super Cup. Then you go play the World Cup, the World Cup club competition. Yeah? Where you play all the best teams all around the world. Yeah. So then, and if you win that, then you're the undisputed best team in the world. Some teams haven't unlocked that. Yeah. So if you win the Champions League and you finish 4th or you finish 6th, you're a cup team. You're a cup team that can put together a cup run. And unfortunately, like Arsenal won the FA Cup. I think it was. Did they win it 3 times in a row, or was it twice in a row?
Yeah, 3 times in a row because we've won that title 14 times, a record 14 times actually.
Yeah, so they've done it 3 times in a row. But in the space of them times, they weren't competing for leagues. They were getting dumped out of the Champions League left, right, and left, playing Europa League football. Do you understand what I'm saying? So these cup runs and winning the champ, if you can win the Premier League and the Champions League in the same season together, then it's a different story. You're competitive. You are You can go toe to toe with any of the teams.
So are you saying that Man City were not competitive? Is that the drift?
I wouldn't say that Man City are not competitive, but what I would say is Man City have had an easy ride to this Premier League for a long time. They've had an easy ride because only Liverpool were chasing them.
Only now Liverpool have been at their tail, right? Yeah.
Now exactly. Now they're looking around for the first time in because you have to remember, like, teams like in the beginning of the Premier League, 1992, United, we had a season where Newcastle was on us, and we had a season where Blackburn Rovers won it. We had a season where Arsenal came in, then Chelsea came in. Then
there was a time Newcastle were trying to get it, at the time.
And then there was Chelsea,
Leicester City.
Yeah, then there was Chelsea, City, and United challenging for the title. And at them times, City weren't really winning it like that. They weren't really winning it like year after year after year after year. So after Ferguson retired, Wenger's gone, but obviously Wenger had his own issues going on. But obviously Chelsea were doing what they do. They still managed to win a Premier League or 2 in that time. Man City were in title races with people like Spurs were dropping out early. Do you know what I mean? The only people that was actually pushing them to the limit was Liverpool. But now they're looking around. They've got Newcastle. They've got this. They've got even Chelsea. Chelsea are 10th right now, but Chelsea spent 500 million. So next season, that's going to be, once they've sorted out what they sort and they get their players back from injury, that's another factor. Liverpool have to do something because I don't know if they're getting sold or whatnot. But they're going if they do get sold, there's going to be reinvestment in that team. Klopp's a good manager. They know he's going to
that team, right?
So you're looking at next season potentially you could be looking at a Premier League where there's 5 or 6 teams looking to win the title. 6
teams, exactly. Really looking on winning that title, right? Yeah, you know what? Yeah, we'll still go into all this Chelsea and because those guys are really they might be 10th right now. People might be laughing at them right now, but you know what? Those guys are working. They're working hard. They're bringing in players. And again, you can see the shift in their transfer strategy. There's a big shift in terms of buying already made players, already known players, or players that have been kicking it everywhere around Europe, to new players, fresh legs, younger players that have the energy, the strength to actually come around and form what we'll call a very, very deep connection with each other. And these guys are quite young, and putting them on long-term contracts that can, in the long run, make them to be a little bit kind of stable, and have that longevity run within them. Right now, I think they might be getting Enzo Fernandez. That's what I heard. Quite soon. You see, I think Gusto is already in the bag already. Fofana, all these players. Next season, it might be something different. But again, they're from different leagues. They have to have that acclimatization period to be able to get to understand the league, play together, play as a team. You can see the project with Mikel Arteta. It's 3 years in the making. Many Arsenal fans wanted this guy out. Even early this season, they wanted this dude out. Still, because
Tony, this is
But it's a process. Do you think Manchester United is still in that process right now? Because when you guys started this league, yeah, you guys were saying, you know what, yeah, we're in a rebuilding process. We're in a rebuilding process. But suddenly, last week, you guys have changed it. 2 weeks ago, you guys have changed it to title challenges. They are two different things. Are you in a rebuilding state right now, Traps? Or are you already challengers already?
I think, I mean, I said it at the start of the season on a different show, and I said that if you look at last season, everyone will say, "Oh, you lot finished sixth, but you're Man United. Look at the players that
But it's
you've got."
facts though. It's facts though.
Yeah, nobody
It's
said, "Yeah,
facts though.
you're Man United. You're. You look at the players that you've got. Look at the money that you spent." So my thing is now, it comes to this season, the players are performing. We've got a new manager that's actually serious and means business. We've gone and got signings of Casemiro. Varane's managed to stay fit. Rashford's on fire. We've got young players coming through like Garnacho that's doing well.
Yeah.
So for me, the players were always there. They just need. Ralph Rangnick said it last season. He sat there and he said, "It's not going to take 2 years to rebuild this team. Yeah, you identify the problems and you sort them out. It's not going to take 2 years." So for me, I heard that from Ralph, and then Eric Ten Hag came in. Everyone's talking about give him time. He didn't ask for time. Ten Hag never said to anyone, "I want time. I need to fix this. I need a couple of years to fix this." And the squad's not looking great. He's came in. He's applied himself. He's seen what he's working with. He's even said it when he swore on Sky Sports, saying these lot can effing play football. So he's already seen it. Yeah. So he's not asking for time. So why are we asking for time? All I think now is that right now he wants to win trophies. This is why, yeah, he's playing strong teams.
That you're in a rebuilding process, because you just said last week that, hey, you know what, we're going down here, that you've lost. You're now saying, well, I'm not supposed to be in the title, bro. All these excuses. Are you in a rebuilding stage,
you're not,
or are you ready to go for a title?
You're not hearing what I'm saying. I don't understand the process of a rebuilding stage, because if you look at it like this, right? If we say for instance, it's the end of the season, we finish 10 points behind you lot. End of the season, yeah, we finish 10 points behind you, yeah.
Okay.
So do you think that that's a position for you to go if as long as he's back next season in the transfer window? Why should he not be going for the title? Because if you can finish 10 points, he needs to improve 10 points. He needs to improve on 10 points. So make your signings who you think are going to improve and get you those 10 points that you need, and go for the title. I don't think a rebuild is when you need to clear out a lot of players, and there are a few players that need to go. But at the same time, Ten Hag's getting a tune out of every single one of them players that need to go. So at the same time, they're applying themselves. Like Maguire comes on, has a good game. McTominay, he hasn't been great recently, but he was getting a tune out of him. But obviously, he lost his place to Casemiro, and I think he wants to leave. I think he might leave in the summer. But even the players that are, Aaron Wan-Bissaka was on the verge of being transferred out. Now he's probably starting over Darlow now. Like, so,
yeah, sure.
So for me, when you say rebuild, I just feel that the players were not performing to the level that they can perform to, because we're Man United, and look at the players that we've got, look at the money that we spent. Yeah, these players were not bought because they're not good. They was bought because they are good. Yeah, they just weren't playing good. So now they've got a manager that's making them play good. The world's his oyster at the minute. As long as he gets back, if he gets 3-4 players.
So in other words, you're in a title. So in other words, you're in a title race. I want to get it clearly.
I wouldn't give up the title after 19, 20 games. I would.
Okay, so you're not in a rebuilding state, right?
I wouldn't say it's a rebuilding stage, no. Because I mean,
okay,
if you look at if you say a rebuilding,
because we're gonna clip that. We're gonna clip that, Trap.
You can clip it, because why would we be?
Yeah, we're gonna clip that. Yeah.
If you think about it, right, you say it's a rebuilding stage, right? Who are we rebuilding? What are we rebuilding? Luke Shaw isn't going to go anywhere.
Chelsea right now is in a
anywhere.
rebuilding state. Chelsea right now is in a rebuilding state. They cannot say they're going for the title, innit? Newcastle is in a rebuilding state, but of course it's taking they're like kind of like outer space with their rebuilding mission. They've went further with it. Of course they're bringing in players. Some players need to go, but they're also bringing in new players. Gordon just got into that team. They brought in Isaac just this season. So of course it's in a rebuilding state, but they're early with their results right now. So I just really wanted to know what you really think about your own state, because you just brought in players this season that slowly but surely they're already getting there, like Casemiro. Of course we have to talk about that. Look at the goals he scored.
Casemiro's not getting
but
there
it's
slowly.
this season. No, but
He's
it's
not getting
this
there slowly.
season. He came this season. No, he
Casemiro's
came
the
this
signing of the
season. He
season.
wasn't there last season.
He's
He
the
came
signing
this
of the
season.
season. He's the signing of the season. He's not getting there slowly. He's doing bits right now, right this minute.
That's what I'm saying. But again, he just came this season, right? It wasn't like it was last season or 2 seasons ago that you could say, okay, it's not a rebuilding state. He's just been there already. No, you brought in the season, and of course he's hit the ground running.
And
Of
so
course, you brought your new, definitely, but he's a player, in it.
He's a great
When
player.
you're in the rebuilding stage, what do? You bring in new players, innit?
He's not the like, it's not a I don't understand what you're trying to get out of me, Tony, because it's like you want me to say we're in a rebuilding stage, because I don't believe
because you won a couple of games, yeah. You won a couple of games, yeah, and the story I'm hearing, is like, oh, we're going for the title. But some other Man United fans are saying, you know what, yeah, we just brought in some players. We're trying to take it slow. We're trying to rebuild. Of course, with the mess that Ole left.
Ole
Of
didn't leave
course,
a mess.
there has to be a.
Ole hasn't left a mess.
Then what happened? Why haven't you won the league? Why didn't you win the league? Why haven't you won? Why haven't you won the Premiership? If your team is that good.
Because
why haven't you won the Premiership?
Because like we said, yeah, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was not the manager to do so. He's not going to get it over the line, yeah, because he's inexperienced, yeah. We have an experienced.
So with that
manager.
team, you felt that you could. So with the team you had before, you felt during Ole's time. So you think that team would have won the Premiership? Well, forget about Ole's professionalism, or if he was a rookie coach or not. Do you think that won against City with that team?
Well, I just explained it to you. No, I don't want to sweet. I've just explained it to you, yeah, that basically there's a season, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's in charge, right? Everyone's crying out for this DM. We need a DM. We need a DM. We need a DM. We need a DM. Ole ends the season losing the same amount of games as City. I genuinely believe, say for instance, he got a Casemiro in that season in January, like what Klopp done when he got Luis Diaz in January, and ended up nearly winning a quadruple. I genuinely believe that had Ole got his DM that season, we probably would have won the title. It was an opportunity he didn't take, because at the end of the day, he's not that guy. Do you understand? He's someone who loves the club.
Yeah, I get.
Like, he's someone who loves the club. He's someone who's going to do his best for the club. But unfortunately, his best wasn't good enough. But at the same time, yeah, I do think the reason why we haven't won, like I said, we haven't got a guy there that's experienced, that's won leagues and done massive things. You know what I mean?
Done massive things, yeah.
Like, Ten Hag is not someone who's done massive things, but he's managed to get Ajax to a semi-final. He's won the Ajax, the Dutch league, even though
he's won the Dutch league multiple times. Yeah,
I don't necessarily rate the Dutch league because I don't watch Dutch football. Yeah, and I'm so it's not something that interests me. But however, even if the league is not great or below a standard of the Premier League, he still knows how to win a title because he's done it. Do you understand? He still knows what to do and how to do it. And he
And
came
how to
here,
do it, right?
like I said, he came here. He was a nobody here. None of us really took Ten Hag into consideration. No one was following his career until he got linked with Manchester United. Do you see what I mean? I mean, the only thing I knew about him is obviously he was 3-0 up and he ended up losing the semi-final to Spurs, and Spurs went and lost the final. But no one really followed Ten Hag after what Ten Hag was doing in the Dutch league after that. So it's only now. Right? So he had to come here and prove himself. And he came here and he proved himself. He said he showed that he can handle big players. He will not tolerate, none of that player power stuff. He rules the roost. He wants to work best for the team. You have to work hard for the team, and you will get opportunities. Yeah, if you're good enough, you will play. So for me, he already knows how to get the squad, in unison. For one, he's already shown that. Secondly, he also wants to change the mentality. Like there's been reports of him going to watch the youth teams and trying to link the youth teams with the first team. So he wants to build. He doesn't only want to win a title or go in and win. He's not like a Mourinho that comes in and just guarantees you'll get a cup somewhere. You'll get a cup final somewhere. That's what Mourinho guarantees you. It might not be the one you want, but you're going to get a trophy. Do you know what I mean? He's trying to build something that's sustainable from not from now, not just for next season, the season after.
Now I've just gotten the word. I've just gotten the magic word from you. That's all I needed to hear. He's trying to. It matters, bro, and that's what I was trying to get from you. Is he trying to build something, or is that team ready to dominate? That's all I like. Arsenal right now. Arsenal is ready to dominate. We've been in a rebuilding state for about 3 seasons. We've brought in players. Arteta has brought in his own players. We've removed the dead wood from our team, and right now we're ready to go fire for fire. We're probably the best team in the decade to actually win that title. So I'm trying to say, and you just said the same what I wanted to hear. A build is trying to rebuild.
But what are you trying to build?
In other words, you guys are not ready to win the title.
Yeah, but what he's trying to build, it's got nothing to do with what's going on in the Premier League right now. I'm talking about things like the youth team, the youth setup, changing the youth setup and trying to get the youth setup. Yeah, so it's a seamless process from youth all the way to the first team. That's got nothing to do with what's going on this season. I'm telling you now, in 10 games time, if Manchester United are 7 points behind the leaders, you think Ten Hag's going to say, we're in a real rebuild stage, so we don't need to go for this title? If he can smell blood, he's going to go for it. That's what I think.
But again, he brought in the butcher to replace your captain. He brought in the butcher to replace your captain, right? He's brought in a Dutch striker, Weghorst, to come for you guys and play, right? Garnacho is down there. This is a young player, new players. He's trying to revamp that squad. Ronaldo, that was your highest goal scorer with 16 goals last season. With 18 goals last season, right? 18-16 or something like that. He shipped him out. He's no more there again. So, in other words, your team is actually having, new players come in, a different approach. And of course, this season, Casemiro came in. But you know what? Yeah, let's just move out from that terrain. Casemiro, what will you say about your FA Cup win, man? 2 goals for Casemiro, man. See, would you say it's because of Casemiro you didn't win that Arsenal game?
No, like I said, I'm not gonna use that as an excuse. But all I'm saying to you lot is that, like I said, there's no shame. The way we played, there's no shame in us losing that game, and the way we lost that game. Like I said, if we'd have went there, lost 3-0, game done, game over in the first half, then yeah, I can understand. I mean, to lose by a sloppy goal. Giving away a sloppy goal in the last
sloppy goal.
In the 90th.
One of those minute. People, right? Oh.
No, listen. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to say that. I'm not trying to
sloppy goal.
I'm not trying to belittle nketiah. I'm saying that it was a sloppy goal for us to give away. Aaron Wan-Bissaka should have been switched on. he wasn't switched on. In both of the goals that Nketiah scored, he should have been switched on. So it was sloppy goals to give away. I'm not saying it's sloppy goals that he scored, sloppy goals for us to give away. So for me, like I said, nothing will give me greater pleasure, right? I'm watching this Barcelona game we've got to play in February very closely. Now, if we manage to get past that test, right, the Barcelona test, yeah, I expect to see Arsenal in that Europa League final. And you will see, yeah, full strength, yeah, Manchester United with Casemiro with no excuses. Yeah, you will see. Yeah, that's what you will see. I genuinely want. I don't want us drawing you in the FA Cup. I'm sorry, so not FA Cup. You're not out of that now. I don't want anybody to draw anybody else, yeah, in that Europa League, but Arsenal. I want to play Arsenal in that because even if you take our season, yeah, just the 2 games we played already, yeah, if you take that to Europa League right now, we go through, yeah, because the game finishes 5-4, yeah, on home and away, but I don't even want that.
You're not doing this
No,
now,
listen,
right, bro?
listen,
You're not doing this
let me
now,
finish.
right?
Let me finish.
Aggregate.
But listen, but I don't even want that. I want to see you lot in a one-off game, yeah, at the highest level. So that would be the final. That's where I want to see you lot.
I would like to play Manchester United in the finals.
I don't think you would.
I would like. No. But sincerely, I would like to see Manchester United in the Europa League finals because I know I can beat you guys. See, yeah, you know what gives me that confidence, yeah? I go to Old Trafford. I completely run you guys off the park. You guys got your chances for goals and you utilized it and you scored goals and you won the match fair and square. But you can't deny the fact of that match that I had, a superior ball possession. I played you guys quite well. We gave a good account of ourselves, and we, of course, were missing Thomas Partey. And coming back down to the Emirates, Thomas Partey was there, and we won fair and square. We even had
but you're
a
talking about
superior
Thomas
ball possession
ball
in that game. So home and away, we had superior ball possession. Our killers were in the game. We closed the game. It's simple, yeah. It's very simple. But again, it would be nice to meet you guys in the final of the Europa League. But
if you want
again,
to talk
I don't
about
still think you guys will cross Barcelona. I don't think it will happen.
If you want to talk about Thomas Partey, you didn't have Thomas Partey, and when you did have Thomas Partey, Rashford, yeah, taught him a lesson that he's never gonna forget. Especially if you don't win the league as well.
Yeah, but we won the game.
Yeah, we won the game, but now
we won the game. So we won the game, and we beat you in the process.
Yeah, but that's fair enough. That's fine. But my question to you now is, Tony, is that
no, but we beat you. No, we beat you.
Fine.
Do you agree that we beat you?
That's fine.
Yeah.
How can I not agree that you beat us? You beat us. How can I not agree?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah,
I don't want you offering all these excuses for them.
There's no excuse. But there's no excuse. But listen, my thing is to you now. You're talking about Arsenal. I've been in their process. They're ready to go toe to toe. Are you going to win the Premier League this season?
Yeah.
You're going to win the Premier League.
The proof is in the pudding. I've been saying we're going to win the league this season. In fact, that's why I have an issue with Daps. I had an issue with Daps earlier in my, when he came to my channel, the first time he came to my channel. I was telling him, yeah, I see a weakness in City this season. I really think that Arsenal is going to win the league this season. He told me I was talking garbage. But right now, he can see it. The proof is in the pudding. Even you can see a little bit. You can see a little bit. For the first time, he's concerned about Arsenal. At the top right now. Of course, he would say, "It's nothing. We'll go on a run. We'll get a 19-game run. We'll go a 10-game run." See, no runs are assured in this league right now. Brighton are playing very well. Tottenham are their boogie team. They still have one more game. I think they finished with Manchester United. They have 2 games with me. See, do you think that Manchester City team that played me in the FA Cup without my henchmen down there, my full team playing down there, no Odegaard, all those guys were not there. They did not start the match. Do you think that team will beat me?
There's no listen.
They had to rely on a scrappy goal. They had to rely on a scrappy goal from Nathan Ake to be able to dump me out of the FA Cup, where I did not even use my my
Nah,
full force to
Tony, you're not
play
being fair.
against them.
Tony, you're not being fair, man. You're not being fair. You started with Saka.
No, but how am I not
No,
being
listen.
fair? No,
You
they
started with
beat me
Saka.
fan square. There's
You
no
started with
excuse about
Saka.
that.
You started with Saka, and Ake put him in his pocket. Yeah, put him in his pocket for one.
Of course,
Secondly,
true. I totally agree. It happens. Yeah.
Secondly, what is your listen? You tell me this, right? You haven't played.
Wait, but why acting as if you don't know that we went to the Etihad? What was your last result at the Etihad?
It doesn't matter. But it doesn't
Can
matter.
you please? No, it matters. No, because you're making comparisons now.
This is not about
so
us.
What was your last score at the Etihad?
I'm not making a comparison. I'm speaking about.
Okay, good. But you can remember what you got at the Etihad, right?
Forget about Manchester United for a second. We're talking about Man City and Arsenal for a second. So okay. Arsenal. Explain to me, right? The last game you played was us. You beat us, yeah. You haven't played for near enough a week. You don't play for another 8 days. Explain to me why Arteta is not playing his strongest team. What is the reason?
I really do fault Mikel Arteta with that. I'm one of the biggest backers of Mikel Arteta actually for my football club, but I think he fluffed his lines with that one. I would have loved him to go with a full squad, but again, I can still see something else that he was trying to do. Look at Thomas Partey. In the second half, he was hacked away, and Lokonga was brought into the fray. And of course, Thomas Partey had to live with a rib. I think he had problems with either his ribs or his tummy or something like that. Good and okay, but he left. It's an injury, right? So imagine I fielded my first team and they went all in that game, and I have maybe like 2 or 3 players who are injured in that game. That Thomas Partey just shows you that, of course, he's injured, right?
Yeah, but
there's no assurances he'll be back in our next match.
Yeah,
and I have a goddamn title. I've not won a title in 20 years. My brother, this is the chance I have to win the title. So do you think I would scuperate for a title I've won 14 times? I don't think so, man.
I genuinely think, if you're turning around saying that Arsenal are ready to compete, Mikel Arteta should not be going into any game, without playing it to win, because that's how you compete.
And I know. I'm just saying that I see what he was trying to do.
I don't see what.
And there was proof about that because Thomas Partey was hobbled off. He hobbled off in the second half. So what if we had up to 2-3 injuries at the end of that game? What would have happened?
It's part and parcel of the game, though, Tony. A player can get injured at any time in a game. At any time.
So if that cost us games against Everton, if that cost us games against Liverpool coming up, Brighton coming up, do you think? Do you think this same excuse you gave to me right now, it happens in football? Is that what you feel like if you hear, you would accept it from Arsenal fans? You would call it excuses. So if we're trying to crack it right now, so that we won't have those type of excuses, why is it a big problem?
No, I don't think Arteta thinks like that. I don't think a football manager's mind will think like that. I don't think it's an excuse, but what it needs to be is that Arsenal, if you do have injuries and you do end up dropping points because of the injuries, Arsenal fans need to wind their necks in and realise that the Premier League is a marathon, not a sprint, and anything can happen. So all this stuff you lot have been talking since day one, since you've been top of the league, from day one up until now, if it goes downhill from there, you can't expect no one not to jump beyond your backs, because what you lot been doing, it's not even for I genuinely think, right, if Arteta finishes second in the league, even, I don't think, looking from an outside perspective, I'm not even looking as a United fan, just looking at a football fan, I don't think that he would be particularly upset, because yes, he was in a position, but at the end of the day, he'll know that injuries have took place. He'll know that the season doesn't last 19 games, it lasts 38. So he'll know that anything could happen. But my objective when we started up in the season was to qualify for the Champions League.
Top 4, actually.
And I've done that.
Top 4.
And I've done that. So this gives me, the breathing space to go on, add some more players to the squad, and go again
to the
next
squad
season.
and go
But
again. Yeah.
Arsenal fans have gassed this up so much now that you're gonna see people saying, "Get him out. He's never gonna win anything. He's never gonna win the league. He had the best opportunity and he bottled it. Get him out. I want this guy out. I want this one out my club. I want this one." Because Arsenal fans have gone through 20 years of pain. It's PTSD. So now you lot are on the ascendancy right now. You lot don't know what to do with it. You feel like you want to turn around and you want to kick everybody that's kicked you for the last 20 years. It doesn't make sense, yeah? Because you're in a
No,
vulnerable...
it makes sense because we're top of the league. No, it makes sense because we're top of the league.
It doesn't make
That's
sense.
the difference.
It doesn't make sense because right now you're in a vulnerable position. You're in the middle of a season. You're top of the league.
Vulnerable position.
Yes,
I'm 11 points ahead of you.
Yes.
14 points ahead of my fiercest rivals in Tottenham Hotspurs.
Yeah.
Technically 8 points ahead of Man City if you count my my game in hand.
We don't count games in hand. We don't count games in hand.
I'm not in a vulnerable position.
Yeah, you're in a
good position.
Can I explain?
And Man City, we have to come to my home. Don't forget about that.
Let me finish. You're in a vulnerable position, right? Because you're halfway point through the season and you lot are talking tough from day one. So if you lot don't get it over the line, yeah, you're gonna be embarrassed by what you lot have said and how you lot have gone on throughout the season because anything can happen. Yeah, that's my point. That's the vulnerable position you're putting. You're going out on a limb here to say we're going to win the title. You lot are this. We're 14 points ahead of this. We're this. We're that. So what happens at the end of the season? Yeah, when you get beat, say for instance, you get beat twice by City, and then they're now 1 point in front of you.
Wait, then, but wait, why?
No, I'm just
see, and this is what I don't like.
I'm just giving you an example.
Why must you say City will beat us twice?
No, I'm just.
Why can't you say Arsenal can win?
I never listen.
Why isn't it like that?
No,
so there's a bias in this analysis.
Listen,
why is the example always like City would beat us twice? Why can't it's true, bro. Why can't Arsenal be the one that should beat someone twice?
No, Tony, listen. Yeah, listen. I'm not saying you can't beat them. I'm not saying that. Me personally, I think you're gonna lose to them 3 times in a row. I think you're gonna lose 3 times. Not once, not twice. I think you're gonna lose 3 times to them, yeah. But listen, all I'm saying.
No, wait. Push away all this. Push away all this sentiment, yeah. Do you think that team that played us at the Etihad, see, they beat us fair and square. You know, it was a lucky goal by that. See, it had to be Nathan Ake to score that goal. 1 goal win at the Etihad. See, I need to say this to you, bro.
Win's a win, Tony,
at the Etihad, you know what you took at the Etihad. I don't want to go down there, because you still beat them at the end of the day when they came to Old Trafford. Good and okay, but you knew what you had. What you got at the Etihad, right? It was a beating, a mauling. But you know what? Yeah, I took a second string side, went down there, and of course they beat me up. No excuses. 1-0. Do you think, in all reality,
no, wait, Tony, you calling
no? In all reality, do you think if that Man City team come to my home, do you think that team will bully me? That team that played at the Etihad, do you think that team will come to the Emirates and bully me? I don't think so, Traps.
Like I said, listen, we've gone there. We're meant to be not on your level, right? We're not meant to be at your level at all. We've gone there and scored.
Unfortunately, this season, bro, I have to be truthful. You're not on our level.
All right, we're not on your level, but we've managed to go.
But I don't mean this. I don't mean this sarcastically. It's true. We're not on the same level.
Listen, we're not on the same level yet. But answer me this.
We're not on the same level.
Listen, answer me this. When other than United the other season, like the other day, right? Who was the last team to go to the Emirates and score 2 goals against you?
See, but this season we're not on the same level.
No, answer the question.
No, it's Manchester United. But we're not on the same level. There's difference in levels to this. That's why we're 11 points above you guys this season. So we're not on the same level.
The reason why you're 11 points clear of us, right? If we're going to be totally honest about it, yeah, it's because in the start of the season we lost to Brighton. Yeah.
Oh my God! Excuses, ifs, buts, when.
It's not excuses. It's not excuses because at that time we was bottom of the league. Yeah, who's bottom of the league. So for us to be anywhere near you, yeah, anywhere even near you, that's what you're missing the point. Yeah, we shouldn't be anywhere near you lot right now. You lot should be well and truly out of sight, 15, 20 points ahead. Yeah, like, so my thing is,
15, 20 points ahead. I've only lost one game.
To
I'm
who?
superior.
You lost the
I've
game
only
to who?
lost one game to
Who did you
Manchester
lose to?
United this season. But again, it's just
But we're
one
not on your
game.
level. But we're not on your level. I'm asking, like, we're the only team to beat you this season. Also, when was the last time you conceded 2 goals in a game at the Emirates? If you're not seeing what's happening here, if we're not on your level right now, you haven't got a lot of time before we are actually on your level. That's what you have to understand.
Oh my God. Well, see, man, I don't know how to say this, bruv, but I don't know how to say this, but truthfully, we're not on the same level, and you know
That's fine.
this.
That's fine. You can have that. You can have that.
Yeah,
But
yeah, we're not
you
on
can
the
have that.
same level right now. Because if we're
You
on
can
the
have
same
that.
level, we'll be in the same points right now. You'll be in that title
That's
chase
not
right
that's
now.
not
You'll be in the title conversation. But right now, see, yeah, you're not in that title conversation. And Arsenal closed that coffin when we beat you guys. You know, it's dead
the coffin
and
is
buried.
The coffin is not closed. There's
It's
not 5
closed.
games. There's not 5. So explain to me last season, you was 8
It's
points clear with
closed.
5. You was 8 points clear of Spurs with 5 points with 5 games to
With
go.
which players?
How did
With
you not
which
end up?
players?
How did
With
you
which
not end up
players? With which players? I had
with the,
Lacazette was not scoring goals. I had Lacazette was not scoring goals. Yeah, I had Lacazette was not
you had
scoring goals.
Nketiah, you had
Yeah,
Martinelli, you had
yeah.
Saka, you
So
had
was
Odegaard,
Nketiah scoring
yeah,
goals?
you had Odegaard,
Was
you
Nketiah
had
scoring
you had
goals?
Ramsdale, you had Ben White, you
Hmm.
had Thomas Partey, you had all of these players, yeah,
Hmm.
all of them.
Ben White was playing in what position?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Why does it matter?
I'm
It
because
matters.
because
See,
what you're
but,
trying to
but
say
why are
is
you not
no.
checking?
What
Why are you
no.
not checking these things? See, this
All right,
season, Ben
cool.
White.
Okay.
See, this season, Ben White is the best right back in the
That's
Premier
arguable.
League this season.
That's
Is the
arguable.
best.
That's arguable.
It's arguable or
That's
totally
arguable.
understandable, but is the best right back this season
It's
in
arguable.
the league. But last season, it was playing centre
Is
back
it? Is he
for
even a right?
Arsenal, and it was the
Is he?
most calamitous
Is he
one
even a right back?
last season.
Is he even a right
He's
back?
not a right back. Normally he's a centre back,
So
but of course he is
he's
one
a
of the best right
so he's a
backs
50 million
this
pound
season.
centre. Listen, so he's a 50 million pound centre back that can't play centre back. Is that what you're telling me?
But he's playing right back right now, right?
Listen,
He's playing right
Tony,
back right now, right?
Tony, I know what you're trying to do, but listen, yeah, if it's over and done and dusted, where is your Premier League trophy, bruv? Where is it? Show me it. Where is it?
Well, I'll reply you by May.
What they need
I'll
to do,
reply you by
what they need
May.
to do is get the Premier League trophy out, cut it in half, and give you half. That's what they need to do. That's what they need to do right now. Because
No, see, I know you don't because I joined your live with MC Daps yesterday. I know you don't want us to win. Of course, the rivalry is still there. I know you don't want us to win that title, but man, you have to give it to us, man. We're in that conversation.
listen, I will never.
It's not two way. There's no two streets about. We're in that conversation, and this season,
Of
if all
course.
these teams are not careful, you know what? Yeah, I don't think that City will go on any run. Forget this run thing you're talking about because these other teams are not. See, they're
No,
not
but we're talking.
goats.
Yeah, but
These
listen.
other teams are not goats. These guys are not going to go on any run.
Yeah, but
See, City's
Tony,
gameplay is not like 2 seasons ago. It's not like last season.
yes,
These
Tony,
guys
but
are
all
passing
these
the ball
things.
slower. They're very slow. See, look at their transition. You can intercept their transition. It's no more as fast as it used to be. They're not passing the ball as fast as it used to be. And again, Kevin De Bruyne is not what he used to be. Yeah, he's good. He's still okay. But you know what? Yeah, he's not what he used to be. Their transitions are very, very slow this season. Very slow.
Tony,
And they're relying on an Haaland who, if he is not on his A game on the day, these guys aren't gonna see goals. They have to scrap. They have to look for scrappy goals from Nathan Ake.
Well,
Do you know how many
look,
goals Nathan
you,
Ake has scored this season? That should tell you how bad it is when
yeah, but
Haaland doesn't
but
score.
he's a defender, man. Give him a break, but he's a defender, man.
No. Did you understand the drift? You didn't get the drift. I said you need to know how many goals Nathan Ake have scored this season when Haaland haven't actually scored. In the games he hasn't, Nathan Ake has bailed Man City at least twice this season. He scored at
Fair
least
enough.
2, 3 goals this season. So that should tell you how bad it is. If Haaland
I don't.
doesn't score, they have to look for goals from any other side, and it's not happening this season.
I mean, I don't think City's situation is that bad at all. I feel like they've set such a high standard that right now they're 5 points off the top of the league, and people are going on like it's the worst thing ever. I don't think so. And the thing is, when you look at the league, right, it's all well and
So
good.
they're playing quicker. So they're playing quicker.
I'm not saying they're playing the best football.
Their transitions are good.
I'm not saying
Kevin De Bruyne is having the season of his life.
I'm not saying they're playing. I'm not saying they're playing. But I'm not saying they're playing the best football. But if you look at it like this, when they were formidable. How many goals did Kevin De Bruyne contribute to that Premier League? He contributed 2 goals and 2 assists. So at the end of the day, like there's no writing off City because,
but he was a high scoring midfielder.
Yeah, but in that season when they won all 4 domestic trophies, the domestic league and the 3 trophies available, yeah, Kevin De Bruyne in the Premier League contributed 2 goals and 2 assists in 19 appearances, right? So that team cooks with or without Kevin De Bruyne. So my thing is this: it's not even about Arsenal not being able to win the Premier League or me not wanting Arsenal to win the Premier League. I'm just looking at it based on abilities. Now, I don't want you to take this like I'm slating Arsenal, but I'm not. If I look at it from a reality perspective, right, and I look at it and I say, cool. Yeah. What have I seen City do? I have seen City go on a run, so they have the capability of going on a run. I don't whether they go on a run or not it remains to be seen, but they have the ability to do.
To be seen, right?
Liverpool, they have the bounce back ability. Arsenal, I've seen Arsenal finish under this manager. I've seen them finish 8th, 5th, won an FA Cup, which they just got
which players though? Which players though?
Hold on, wait. I've seen them finish 8th and 5th. They've won a FA Cup with them same players that you lot moan about, but they just got knocked out of the FA Cup. But my thing is this: the most important thing that I've seen them do is go on a run, yeah, with 5 games to go, 8 points clear, bottle a Champions League spot to Spurs. That's the thing that I've seen them do. So for me, do Arsenal have the ability to bottle this league? 100%. Yeah, 100%. Do City have the ability to go to the last day? City have been in the title race with Liverpool where there's a point in it for about 10, 12, 13 games or something like that. Yeah, there was a point between.
But again, you need to understand that this is an unusual season. It's not like your other seasons. You need to understand this. Yes. The team you just compared it to, the team you just fettered to this argument is lying in 9th place this season.
Yeah, but
Chelsea Football Club that was in that conversation as at December last season is in 10th this season. It's a very unusual season. So you can't really say City is going to achieve all these things when it's a very, very unusual season. Yeah, and their form isn't that good. They're not playing quite well. Their transitions aren't good. They now have to rely on Haaland to get most of their goals.
I'm not going to sit there.
They have to rely on Haaland to get most of their goals.
Listen, I'm not going to sit there and pick apart City and why City can't do some work, City can't do that. The fact of the matter is this: them boys over at the Etihad have won this Premier League on numerous occasions. Them boys over at the Emirates haven't even kicked a Champions League ball in 3-4 years, right? So for me, when I'm looking at it, I'm looking at the situation. I'm saying it might be an unusual season, but you don't need to understand that as well. So anything could happen. Yeah, anything could happen right now. Like I've said, you've seen Liverpool do this.
So the guys I brought in from City doesn't make any difference for you. These guys have played Champions League. These guys are winners. Zinchenko, Gabriel Jesus, they've brought in that winning mentality to the team. It means nothing to you, right? Good. Now, look at the excuses I used to get from lots of people before. Arsenal doesn't have squad depth. This was the excuse before. So right now it's changed. The whole conversation is changed now. Before it was like, I don't think they have the squad depth to do it. They don't have the squad. That was the go-to excuse. Right now, we've brought in Trossard. We've brought in, of course, Trossard. It scored, it's got goals among the with the top four, scoring against the top four
Yeah, Trossard's a good
last
signing.
season. It is a good signing. Even Daps was telling you, I'll take a Trossard into my team. That should tell you how much he appreciates Trossard. But we got him right, good
Yeah,
and okay. Use that. Kiwior is in our team. He came in from Spezia. He can play in that CM role. He can play as a left-sided centre backs. Left-sided centre backs are the most sought after in Europe in terms of that centre back pairing. It's coming to the club. Squad in depth, right? We have Smith Rowe who is coming in from long-term injury. He's going to be playing. Gabriel Jesus will be coming in 3 weeks' time. That's how stacked my squad will look like, and that's how how huge my squad depth will look like. And again, I'm going for a midfield marshal in Caicedo. What do you think? So now that conversation that Arsenal will bottle it because they don't have a squad in depth.
that's not what I said.
People
When I
are
say
people are no more talking about that excuse again. It's now like, oh, City will go on a run. So all these inconsistencies with the whole argument is
I never
what
said that.
is.
I never said that.
No,
It's
I'm
based
not
on the
talking
squad
of
depth.
you. I'm just saying that many other pundits out there,
Tony,
they're saying, hey,
I can't speak for other people, yeah. But my thing,
yeah,
like
sure.
I said, I can't speak for other people. I don't know what other people's in their minds or what they're saying. But
you've been hearing people talking about squad depth, right?
Of course,
That City has squad depth, right? Yeah, exactly what I'm talking about.
I've heard this, but my thing is for you lot, yeah. What you lot fail to understand is you're saying this and you're saying that the excuses are running out. Not for any, for you, the excuses are running out. So I don't think you lot have an excuse not to win the league this season. So if you don't win the league this season,
but we're doing it,
it's
right?
a failure.
It's not like we're bottoming it. We're doing it, right?
You need to know. But listen, you need to understand. This is the halfway point. Everything that you've seen, yeah, you will have to see all over again in order for you lot to win the league. So that's what my point. My point is, it's so early, yeah, in this situation. I don't understand why, you lot have basically got the parade bus out already, filled up with petrol, gave it a wash, yeah.
Give it a wash.
Give it a good old wash, yeah. It's been away for many years. It's been away for 20 years or so. Give it a wash. Maybe put some new rims on there. You know what I mean? Maybe computer upgrades. Maybe put a little TV in there. You know what I mean? New sound system and that. So, but it's 19 games now. It's 19 games gone. So all I'm saying to you is that you don't want to get left with egg on your faces, because at the end of the season, if anything happens, players get suspended, red cards, injuries. No one is taking your excuses. No one's hearing, this one got injured, that one got injured, but this one didn't play. But if we was full strength, because this is football. This is football. Anything can happen. You can get sent off.
Oh my God. My United fans are salty that Arsenal are top of the league. You guys are so salty. You guys are salty that you're top of the league.
Why would we?
You guys are so salty we're top of the league. But Arsenal are looking at, before I allow you go, there's this player Arsenal is looking at right now. What do you think about the whole situation going on with Brighton for Caicedo? And do you think if Arsenal should get this guy, do you think this guy will prove something to the rivals out there, that that Arsenal have more ammunition in our squad in depth? And do you think that would spur us on to a title? Oh my God. You can't stand.
No, listen.
Guys, he can't stand this. He can't stand it. He hurt. He's hurting. He's hurting.
I'm not,
bro. You're hurting, bro. But you know what? Yeah, it's turn by turn. It's our turn now. Arsenal have been through pain, serious pain all these years. We've been hurt. We've been hurt. Our hearts have been broken. We've gotten bowed head, supporting Arsenal. Bruv, it's our time to shine. Allow us to.
But listen, I'm allowing you.
You don't have to be hurt. You don't have to be hurt when you're hearing all this, legendary stories of these players we're trying to bring in, and we're top of the league, and we're doing all this stuff.
No one's hurt, because I didn't like I said. No one. No. Listen, this is not the point. Like I said, If you had,
Bro, if you're
anything,
not hurt, you wouldn't go on a 10-minute rant on your show about Arsenal and how we're talking tough. Bro, you went on a rant.
we're not really.
I posted it on my DMs, bro. I posted it
We're,
on my statuses, bro.
we're not really, because this is what I mean about Arsenal fans. Because when I'm sitting there bigging up Nketiah before the game, when everyone's saying they don't even want Nketiah to play, why is he getting
True. I
100
give
grand?
that to you. We're bigging him up. Yeah, I give that to you.
No one wants to say anything then. But as soon as I say anything, just to rile up the Arsenal fans a little bit, everyone focuses on that point. My thing is, right, look, Moses Caicedo is a good player. Yeah, I like the player. I don't like his price tag. At the same time, Arsenal are making the same mistakes in the transfer market that they usually make. They want a player. They know the price. They're in a title race. They're at top of the league. No one is letting them off a pound right now. If you want players to compete for this league, you're gonna have to pay the premium for them. And don't be surprised if once again, knock, Todd Bowley's on the door saying, "Listen, we've got the peas to pay this for this guy right now. Forget what these lot are doing with their."
No. Wait. So do you think Todd Bowley will bring out under 100 million to buy Caicedo?
I don't see why not.
Do you think it will happen?
Listen, I don't see why not. Chelsea.
FFP is already on his back. FFP have already started an investigation on him already for that Mudryk deal.
Yeah, but Tony, do you think he cares? He probably knows if anything's going on, right? Mm-hmm. He's already been informed that, listen, when they find out about X, Y, and Z, you're going to get a ban. So you may as well continue doing what you're doing right now, because as soon as they find out what you're doing, you're going to get a ban. So he's not bothered about FFP or whatnot. If he gets a 2-year ban, how many players has he bought? He's got to be at least 10. So he's not. I don't think Todd Bowley gives one shit about.
But again, do you think he's buying to improve the squad, or is just buying for buying sake? No, how do you see it? How do you see Chelsea's transfer window?
From what I've been told, he uses data to buy players. So he's obviously trying to create. He's trying to create like a system. By using whatever he's using, data or whatnot. So I think it's an experiment. It's a very exciting experiment. I'm not going to lie to you. I want to see the outcome of it. But at the end of the day, you have to look at Chelsea. Don't have a lot of players out of injury, so they need a lot of players to come back. So either way, and you have to remember when Potter had a good squad at his disposal, he was actually winning games. So for me, it could go left, but I think for one Todd Bowley has to keep Potter in, because any manager that comes in, he's going to want a transfer budget. He's going to want his own players, and I don't think Todd Bowley's going to do all of that. Todd Bowley's sticking with his data program that he's got going on, and obviously Potter, in the nicest way possible, is a yes man. That's just a coach. He's not even a manager. He's a coach at Chelsea, so he just coaches the players that he gets given. In my opinion, I don't know how true that is, but. Like I said, Chelsea offered 55 million. You lot offered 60. You both got rejected. I can see the way Arsenal have moved, because they're stalling again. I can see if Chelsea want that player, they are going to hijack this deal.
But bro, why are you biased? Wait, I'm sorry, bro. Why are you guys so biased over Arsenal? Why?
It's not Tony.
Hate. The hate Arsenal is getting. It's not from Manchester United fans.
Tony,
the hate.
Arsenal are not aggressive enough in the transfer market. They should just go and pay.
We're not aggressive enough. We brought in Trossard. We're not aggressive enough. We brought in Gabriel Jesus this season. We brought in a Centurion in Zinchenko this season. We brought in Kiwior from Spezia from Italy this season.
I don't know.
We're not aggressive this season.
Nah.
Bro, come on, man.
Arteta has just got 2 players. Yeah, that are not. Zinchenko has played 75 games.
Wait. Complete that statement. No. Complete that statement.
Zinchenko has played 75 games, for Man City. He is a disposable player at their club. Yeah, that's what him and Jesus. Yeah, Jesus is always on the bench. He's called his mate, and he's got given 2 players. That's a fact. Second of all, right, you've got Trossard.
So now you're now putting wait. So now you're now putting shit on. You're now putting shit on. You're not putting shit on players who are
you're not listening. You're not Tony. listen. You're taking it completely out of context. I'm telling you now, the aggressiveness you need to be more aggressive in the market. I'm not criticizing no players. I'm basically saying them deals are not hard to do. Yeah, in Arteta's eyes, their deals are not hard to do. He's called his friend saying, "Listen, you don't use Zinchenko. Come on, give me Zinchenko, give me Jesus." Yeah, Trossard's over at Brighton, falling out with the manager, wants to leave, kicking a fuss. That's not a hard deal to do either. My thing is this: Mudryk. Yeah, 5 million. You lost the deal because you're not aggressive enough. Yeah, Caicedo, you've had it rejected.
No, but
Chelsea,
why should I spend 100 million?
Because you
Why
want
should I
to win the
spend
champion. Because you want to win.
But again, why should I spend 100 million on an
Because you want to
unproven
win the
player?
league. Because
No,
you need the
on an
player.
unproven player. There's no
Because you
proof
need the player
that he's gonna come in and hit the ground running.
Because
And
you
if
need
I
the
want to
player.
spend 100 million, I want to spend it on a player that will hit the ground running.
Because you are in a position, you're top of the league, after how many games? You're 11 points clear of us, 5 points clear of us. So any player that you come in for, you should know Arteta has done his homework on. He's done his homework on. So at the end of the day, if you're coming for a Premier League proven player, they know that this player is going to help you win the league. So if you want to win that league, you pay us the money. That is how it should be. And at the end of the day, sometimes.
But I paid for Trossard. I paid the money that they demanded.
It's 25 million.
Yeah, of course. I don't care, but we paid the money. We paid full price for it. Again, I don't see why we should be spending 100 million on an unproven Ukrainian player who hasn't played in this league, who doesn't know what it means to play in this league. And again, he hasn't even scored a goal this season. So let's pipe it down a little bit.
He's played about 20 minutes, though, Tony. Give him a chance. He was looking good against
So he's the best player after 20 minutes.
No, I'm saying.
See, bro, you should know better, man. You should know better. So after 20 minutes, this guy's the best player in the world.
No, but you're saying after 20 minutes, you're saying he hasn't even scored a goal. You say give him 20 minutes. Give him a chance.
That's what I'm saying. So
give him a chance.
A little bit, bruv. He needs to adapt to this league. This is not a fantasy. This is the Premiership, bro.
Listen, he came for his 20-minute little cameo. He looked like he was ready to play some ball.
He looked so he's the best player in the world right now.
No, I'm not saying. No one said he was the best. No one said he was the best player in the world right now. But I'm telling you now, he's a good player. So Arteta has done his homework. So Moises Caicedo, everyone knows he's a good player. So why do you feel that you shouldn't pay what Brighton want? Because Brighton need that player. Yeah, they need him. Yeah, because obviously they do a good job.
But apparently they beat Liverpool without him today.
Yeah,
they'll be looking at it like, okay, if we could do this against Liverpool, beat Liverpool soundly today without
Liverpool 10th. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Liverpool 10th.
We're not doing that, right?
We're not doing that. Liverpool 10th. We're not doing
anything that looks like an advantage for Arsenal, my brother, you've shut everything down today. What are the positives you have about Arsenal, my brother? What positives do you have about Arsenal today? The
positives that I have about Arsenal, as Arsenal, not the fans, not you lot, about the players. The players are playing exceptionally well, They have an opportunity here. Whether they win it or not remains to be seen. But my thing is that if Arsenal don't win the Premier League and they end up second, third, them boys should not be hanging their heads in shame. Or not, or fee. It's a learning curve. Next season, they'll be back there. They've got Champions League to play. If they could get into the Champions League next season, then fair play. Even if they finish fourth in the end and they go and win the Europa League, that's still an amazing season. They're in the Champions League. They've done what they need to do. So, and they've got themselves a trophy. So, at the minute,
and mind you, new players will come in. Will attract players too.
They're in a strong. But if they end up with nothing, all of you Arsenal fans deserve all of what you lot are going to get in the summer. Everything. Hey.
God, and of course, Traps will be coming with the smoke. You'll be gunning for me at the end of the day, but
I'll be number one. I'll be number one.
Traps, man. Thanks, man. But you know what, before we conclude, you've not finished up on this Caicedo guy. What do you think this guy can bring to Arsenal? I mean, if he comes to Arsenal, do you think that Arsenal team will look like, signing comes in, would you look at him like, okay, Arsenal, okay, okay.
I think it brings
depth. It will give you that feeling?
I mean, if you look at your midfield right now, I think what your senior midfield, available midfield at the minute is jakub, Tate, and Lokonga, right? So he brings depth, and he brings the same. he brings a like for like exchange. So at the end of the day, the same way. So you've got players to come off the bench that can give the same as a Xhaka or a Partey. You see what I mean? So it'll be if you. That's what I don't understand. I mean, for you lot, it's a good signing to get over the line quickly and get him in quickly. You might have to pay an extra 10, 20 million just to get him in, but it's more beneficial to you than he is to Brighton, because what will happen is at the end of the season he will leave at the end of the season and he might not necessarily go to you lot. Do you know what I mean? Because everyone knows already he's a United fan for one, yeah. But Chelsea are in for him.
Oh my God!
No, but I'm saying
you just have to chip that in, right?
I'm just saying. Chelsea are in for him as well. Like, Arsenal are not, like I said. Arsenal in the transfer market, they get bullied a little bit. They're getting bullied a little. They tend to get bullied.
I agree. I totally.
I mean, Barcelona, Raphinha. I mean, Chelsea are doing what they're doing. We've took players off you lot that we shouldn't have been able. We should never in a million years to be able to have Van Persie. That should have been a no. That should have been a straight no. But that's what I'm saying. Arsenal are known for making these losing players. I mean, at one point, Man City was taking players off them one or two every season. But I don't know, man. I just think that the Arsenal board, Edu and whatnot, need to wake up and say, listen, we have a real opportunity to win something special here for the fans and for the club. So we need to spend that money.
So again, you don't respect our transfer window.
I mean,
right now,
when I say respect it,
with the players we've brought in,
with the respect, the respect part of it, like, I respect what your players have done, but I don't feel
not what the players have done. I'm talking of January transfer window. With the players who've recruited January transfer window. Shout out to look at AFC. Go subscribe to him. Yeah.
I mean, Trossard is a good player. It's a good signing. It's a good acquisition. But I just think the way it went down, because if you lot would have signed Mudryk, you would never have signed Trossard. So I mean, Trossard would have been out of the question. I feel like Trossard was a lucky panic buyer, in my opinion. But it was very fortunate, because I mean, I'm like, for instance, like us, like I'm looking at the transfer market, right? And they're talking about Weghorst and that. So we got Weghorst, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Spurs have signed Danjuma. And I thought, on loan. I thought, well, why didn't we go for Danjuma? I didn't even know he was available on loan. Do you see what I mean? So it's fortunate. It's just obviously fortunate that Trossard came up at the time where you lot got hijacked by things. But nevertheless, he's a good acquisition to the squad. So there's nothing you can really say about it, to be honest with you. Like, I mean, like you said, he's proven. Even if you can get a couple of seasons out of him, it's fine.
Yeah, he's 28 now, right? Trossard is 28 now. That guy still has up to 4 seasons, in him. 4 good seasons in him. And again, he looks young. He looks like a player that wants to kick the ball here and there. Little. He has a physique that that can carry him on for like more 4 or 5 good seasons. But anyway, is there any buddy you guys are looking at to bring on?
I don't think.
Or is there any position you guys wanna like have an extra man down there?
I mean, I would happy to see a midfielder come.
Or to win the trophy this season.
I feel that I'll be happy for a midfielder to come in. But what I do think is that with this whole ownership situation that's going on, I don't think anyone exciting is going to come in anytime. So I think that it's time for United fans to just maybe, obviously, I wouldn't say we waste the season, because if we go and win the Carabao Cup and if we end up beating Barcelona or whatnot, and we end up maybe winning the Europa League or something, then, like I said, I'm not really fussed if we win the league or not, because I know that we're going to be taken over next season. Once Manchester United get taken over, depending on the owners, obviously there's going to be reinvestment into the squad, into the squad, right? But there's no players going to be turning down Manchester United underneath Ten Hag. There's going to be no one that can compete with us in the Premier League in terms of transfers, because we're now the biggest club with money again.
Traps. Look, you see, you can't even.
It's long for everyone.
You're laughing down there, bro. You're laughing down there. You know it's not true. You're laughing down there, deep in your heart. You know it's not true, bro.
Of
You
course,
know,
of
other
course it's
teams
true.
have a great, but you know, other teams have a greater pool than Manchester United
Like
in the
who?
transfer window.
Like who?
Bro, Man City,
Man City don't have
bro,
greater pool than
Newcastle, they have money now.
they don't have
They
they
can
don't have great.
afford to
Listen,
spend money.
they don't have greater pool than Manchester. Listen, you have to remember, yeah, when Man United lose players, they lose players to teams like Barcelona and Real Madrid. Yeah,
Yeah,
they don't lose players to Chelsea or to Arsenal or to things. They lose players to Real Madrids. They lose players
yeah,
to teams like that. Yeah, they
yeah,
don't.
yeah.
So my thing is this: like, it's Man United when they get taken over, it is long for everyone in the Premier
Yeah.
League. It's long
Well,
for everyone.
let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. But again, I don't really think you guys want to bring in anyone before the end of the
Nah,
transfer window.
I don't think
I
so.
think you guys are good for now. Yeah.
I mean,
So
obviously, Ericsson got an injury, so depending on what's that. I think it might be that boot he was almost precautionary. I feel like it's not going to be as bad as him because he ended up
as
he did
bad as
walk off,
people think, right?
but he might be out for a couple of weeks or a few weeks. But even so, we've got games every 3 days because even though we're not on Arsenal's level, we're still in the only English team in every competition this season. But that's another story.
Oh
That's
my
another.
God.
That's another story anyway. But
See, man, my brother.
we're not on no one's level, but you were just here doing our thing on the slide. So it's fine, man. It's fine.
You just have to rub that in, guys. See, yeah, traps, man. You know what, my brother, man. I know it's just recently me and you just knew, but bruv, it's very easy to talk football with you, man. And you're becoming a brother to me. And on this show, we love you, man. We love you, man. To be nice to be having lots of these shows with you once in a while. Come here, we'll talk about football. And look generally into the Premiership. It's always fun. Having these times with you, my brother. It's all respect to you, my brother.
Same to you, Tony, man. It's always a pleasure, man.
Yeah, man. Please, can you shout out your channel so that the
Yeah,
guys that are watching later on can
follow me on
go.
follow me on Instagram. I do a lot of trolling on there. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I do a lot of trolling on there. It's quite funny. It's quite funny.
Man, that rant about Arsenal. I just had to post it, bro.
Yeah. So if you follow me on Chaps Booming on Instagram, and my backup account is Chaps Talks. But and subscribe to the channel if you don't. To be honest with you, people think, oh, if you're not a United fan, there's no point. But I talk football, so I can talk about anything. So I mean, like for instance, I was watching Leipzig this weekend, so that goes to show you what I'm. So yeah, my channel's JSJ TV. So just get on there, subscribe, get involved, man.
Get involved. See, yeah, guys, you'll be seeing more of Traps Booming on this channel. I would like to come to your channel. Let's see if we can chop up some things. Yeah. So I'm waiting for that invite, man.
I'm gonna sort that out.
Let me come and chop it up with you and talk football with you down there. Yeah. So guys, you're going to be seeing Traps doing down here. He's a Man United fan, but brother, man, you can see the way he talks football. Even if he has a little bit of a bias over Arsenal, he doesn't like Arsenal.
No, it's not. Listen, it's not. Listen,
he doesn't.
Listen.
Anything to give Arsenal the advantage, he doesn't want that.
Listen,
but
if Arsenal,
you can't deny his knowledge of football, man. I just like the way you talk about football.
If Arsenal Football Club, was doing what they was doing right now, and they had no fans, I wouldn't care.
See, man, enjoy your return. Enjoy England, and let's see what's gonna happen. Hopefully, probably I'll bring you within the week. If you're free or something.
Yeah,
like
whenever,
that.
man, whenever. I'm gonna sort out a couple of shows for my channel over the next.
Yeah, sort out your own channel too. You can even give me an
invite
invite to come down there. I would come up and let's just chop it up and let's prop things up and tweak the algorithm and see what's up.
All
yeah,
right,
but big ups, man, and thanks, man, and
care.
guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow on Gooners and Mags tomorrow. Me and Steve McCullough. So try and join us. And of course, on Tuesday it will be the Ron and Claude show. On Thursday, I have a show with a mouthy. Of course, you guys know him, the mouthy Tottenham Hotspur fan, Deji Spores will be down here with me. Yeah, Traps. I have Deji Spores down here, Deji Spores, we have a show together up to 17 episodes.
I mean, Tottenham fans for me, Yeah, they are like they have insufficient credit. Yeah, insufficient credit. Like, you know, when you pick up the phone, we have page you go, you pick up the phone. It's like you don't have enough credit to make this call. They can't call,
Exactly.
they can't banter me. It's impossible. It's impossible.
It's impossible, right? Yeah, exactly. And I think this season have you beaten them home and away this season? No.
We beat them at home. We've only played them once.
Once, yeah. So you guys still have Tottenham Sports. Let's see how that game will go. But again, Spurs still need to play against City, and mind you, they're a bookie team
No,
to City. So let's see what's going to happen.
They've got to play again, isn't it? Yeah, they've got to play again.
In fact, their next matchup. So it's a very huge one. If Man City and again, if Tottenham Spurs can just muster up the courage to just grab a point from these guys.
No, Tony, that backline they've got absolutely stinks, man. They have got no chance.
It stinks. But again, it's a bookie team to Man City. Last season they took 6 points away from Man City, bro. It's no jokes, man. It's no jokes. And again, mind you, at the Etihad, these guys were 2 goals up at the Etihad. Yeah. So you can't deny that fact that it's a boogie team. When it's a boogie team, anything goes. So let's see what's going to happen. Bruv, see, Arsenal might be up to 12, 13 points ahead of...
Oh, you're dreaming. You're a dreamland, man. You're a dream. Listen, end the stream, Tony. End the stream, man. End the stream, man. You're in dreamland right now. End the stream, man.
All right, brother, man. Big ups to everyone, yeah. And of course, I would invite Traps... maybe towards the end of the week, maybe if there's a review or preview, I can bring him down towards the end of maybe Friday or Saturday. Let's see what's going to happen. So big ups everyone, and thank you very much, Traps. One love to you guys, and please go to his channel and go subscribe to this big brother. Yeah, man, it's a great guy. Big ups everyone. Yeah.